Again, thank you all so much for having me. My name is Sean Coppola. I am the current Treasurer Tax Collector of El Dorado County, and I'm running to maintain the office this June. So I wanted to talk to you briefly today about who I am, how I got here, and why the Treasurer Tax Collector is such an important race for the well-being of our county. So prior to serving as your Treasurer Tax Collector of El Dorado County, I served as the Assistant Treasurer Tax Collector. I've been in the office for about 3 years. I've worked hand in hand with my staff. Prior to coming to the county, I was a controller for a property management company. We were a nationwide company down in Folsom. It was about the 4th largest in the nation at the time I left. I oversaw an accounting division, a treasury division of roughly 220 people. I ultimately made the switch from private to public sector. I blame my fiance. She's a local middle school teacher, and it was eye-opening and inspiring to see the amount of impact she was able to have on our community. Her and I both grew up in El Dorado County, both in Shingle Springs. We now live in Cameron Park. We moved real far away. And it was one of those moments where I realized that I was making a difference in people's lives, but these people lived in different states, they lived in different countries, and it wasn't a part of the community that I grew up in, and ultimately I wanted my kids to grow up in. So that was what led that spark to make that switch over to the public sector. And I started off with the Treasurer Tax Collector's office. I came in as a manager, quickly moved up to the Assistant Treasurer Tax Collector, and then last year when K.E. Coleman retired, the Board of Supervisors unanimously appointed me to take over, finish out the remainder of her term, so now this is me running for my own 4-year term this June. So, the Treasurer Tax Collector's office, everyone hears tax collector and they reach for something to throw at you, but the treasurer part of it is the most important office of the entire county. The treasurer's office, we are the central bank for the county. All the money flowing in, all the safeguarding, and all the investments of the county is run through my office. So I manage a $1.1 billion investment portfolio currently, and that is not third-party sourced out. That is me and a manager making these investment choices. What we do on a daily basis is a cash flow analysis. We take a look at the money in the bank, the money that's supposed to come in that day, look at the liabilities going out, how much money do we need in there, what money can we take out, where are we putting it? Do we need it soon? Are we tossing it in a liquidity account where it can earn interest? Or are we investing that long term in a treasury or a bond or something of that nature? And the customization and development of the investment strategy has led to our office truly hitting its stride. So I've been in there for 3 years. We've been developing this strategy, and as we're able to move our investments out about 5 years. So it takes a while to get items into this new investment strategy. And I'm really excited to announce we're on pace to bring in $38 million of interest revenue for our county, which is going to be a record for El Dorado County. And that is money that not only is benefiting you, but that is in essence free money for our residents. That wasn't a fee we had to tack on. There wasn't a tax that we collected. That is just $38 million of extra benefits that our residents get because of that interest earned. So that is truly just one of the most important offices of the entire county that often gets forgotten about. And that's when one of the highlights of this race is not only have I got to get out and meet so many amazing people that I don't know that I otherwise would have along the way, but also getting the word out of how important the Treasurer Tax Collector's office is and why the well-being of our county all starts with our financial integrity. And that was just something that I counted as a blessing to get out here and get to spread that word and talk to each and every one of you. And I'm going to keep it short today because I know we're running out of time, but I wanted to tell you guys the 4 things that truly do set me apart from my opponent. My first is I am the only candidate going into this race with the first-hand knowledge of the Treasurer Tax Collector's office. I've been in the office for the past 3 years. I've worked hand in hand with not only my staff, but my managers, developing these investment strategies, and we've developed a level of continuity within this office that truly does take years to establish, and we are hitting that day one. The second one is I'm a certified treasury professional. What that means is I'm good at what I do and I have the license to prove it. It's the CPA of the treasury world that no one's ever heard of in essence. I bring over 10 years of cash flow management, commercial banking, and treasury experience, and this is what I do. And this is so important for a $1.1 billion portfolio. Days make differences. Mistakes are amplified tenfold when the money is that high. And you want to hit the ground sprinting, not running, not jogging. You have to be sprinting day one. The third item I bring over 7 years of management experience. I have been a manager of teams of 20 up to 220. At my prior job, prior to coming to the county, I oversaw again a accounting division and treasury division of roughly 220 individuals. That was staff, that was managers. And management isn't something that you learn from a textbook or you develop overnight. It takes years to develop your management strategy. I've taken bits and pieces of each of the successful leaders that I've worked with over the course of my career and created my own management strategy that works, and it's working well at our office. And the fourth item is I have the endorsements of our local leaders, the local elected, current and retired leaders, small and large business owners, farmers, and local pillars of our El Dorado County community. The only endorsements I have that are outside of El Dorado County currently are the treasurer tax collectors by peers of our surrounding counties of Placer, Nevada, Calaveras, Amador, and Sutter County. And it's something that I truly take to heart because I am here to serve you. Government is here to serve you, and I'm bringing a customer service-based approach to the county office that I think we've gotten away from. Because ultimately, at the end of the day, we are here to serve each and every one of you, and I want you to leave our office feeling heard, feeling appreciated, because that is something that I think we've gotten away from, and I'm trying to get our office to, it starts at the top. You lead by example, you come in with that positive attitude, and the rest of the county follows suit. This is something that truly means so much to me, and I got into this position again because I wanted to ensure that El Dorado County is as great for my future kids to grow up in as it was for me. So that is me, that's how I got here, that's why I'm running and what I want to do for this county. And to echo on the other candidates, word of mouth is amazing. In a county like this, especially in crunch time like this, you getting out there talking to 5, 10 individuals in the next week is essential for this. We're still word of mouth. You talking to a friend, a colleague, a family member, or just someone you meet on the street is gonna have so much more an impact of some text message they get or some Facebook ad they read online. Having that face-to-face interaction in a county like ours is still the most effective way to get a message across. So that's my ask of each of you today. If each of you could reach out to 5 people and let them know why you're gonna vote Sean Coppola for Treasurer Tax Collector this June, that would be the world of difference to me. So thank you all so much for coming. I really do appreciate your time today, and God bless. Thank you.